Episode number 414.
Still, majority of companies are a little bit more old school. When they see other companies like us, we use this and we're moving forward. You grow faster, not very.
Right.
They are trying to change, but it's hard, you know.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Folks, you know your boy is always fired up, ready to bring you a little fuego in your days, nights, weekends, or whenever you are listening to the show today. But after this show, I think you're going to want to think about your home, the way it's designed. And obviously, let's just be real. Many times we have a beautiful home, but we maybe need to do a remodel. We need to change the design of our house. Maybe we have a vision, or maybe we see an inspiration board, a Pinterest, etc. But folks, it's hard to do. And without actually experts to help you in this, you might have a disaster on your hand. I've heard it time and time again, as well as the vision might not be there because, you know, let's just be real. If someone's already done it a lot versus someone that hasn't done it, you're going to be in a different place. So the home is the heart. But for you guys, Mr. Ali and Kevin, you have made it an incredible business with EA Home Designs. And also we're going to talk about your social media. You guys have built a really cool social media. A lot of testimonials out on one of our favorite platforms for this industry is House, which is a really cool platform for your type of business, showing off the designs and the plan books and the capacity of what you can do with your house. So many things you can do with your house. But obviously, you start one project and you get to the next project. And I think many times people need to have a focus. And that's why I like having experts. This is a unique guest to our show, folks. But getting into it first, Mr. Kevin and Ali, were you guys both always interested in housing and real estate and developing?
Yes, we were. We have been always in this. I mean, we've been in it for a very long time. And we have, of course, improved our skills and our vision towards this. That's why it helped us to grow our business and start this business,
At what point, when did you actually start the business?
I mean, under EA Home Design, maybe 9 years ago, let's say, but I've been in home improvement for over 20 years. Ali has been in it for over 15 years at least. And in building, remodeling, different aspects of home remodeling. But under EA Home Design, we kind of teamed up and we made a great company out of it.
And beyond that, you guys have built a really cool online presence. You guys have a lot of reputation, which is so important in this business when someone's dropping $10, $50, $100,000 on a project, maybe more. You want to have some security and that these people have done this before. They're not just gonna. I have heard about this before. So someone's kind of front loading the project. They're taking your money to pay for Paul's project and then pay for Peter's project. And at the end of the day, you just want to know that they're going to get the job done on a good time with your vision. And ultimately, you guys also bring the ability to bring your vision, bring your concepts, bring your ideas to the table too. What right now are people what's their biggest concern, issues? Why do they come to you? I'm curious.
Definitely home. We are doing design and remodeling both together. Okay, most of the homes doesn't have a good design. Okay, gotcha. And the design that they have is more certainly 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Most of the houses that they build is not as open as the houses that they make right now, they build right now.
Right.
And people want more open space, we're more light, okay, and definitely more fun space when they come to us to design it for them. And we are the company that doesn't afraid of changes, moving the toilet from this corner of house to the other corner,
right,
or removing the load-bearing wall. And this is stuff we don't care. Okay, we're gonna do everything in the house. When we go to the house, okay, unless we get the design that we want, okay, we don't stop anything. We do everything. It can go. Everything can change, and we are very easy with it.
So you're really obviously flexible with what they want to do, but also you give them the new ideas and concepts of what's going on currently. Because
Correct.
we're moving into that open open floor plan, out here in California, they're building them kind of tiny, but up, where you have 2-story houses, you got a lot of capacity, but you're right next to your neighbor, not much yard. But obviously everyone in their different location and area has a different need. What areas are you guys serving? Are you guys able to serve the entire globe? Are you guys able to serve the entire United States? Or what's the capacity of how far you guys serve your customers?
But as far as designing, we can help anybody in the world. Doesn't matter. That's design or virtual design. I mean, we can design for anybody in the world. That doesn't matter,
Right.
As far as actually doing the project, executing projects, right now we only, work in Northern Virginia.
Got you.
We are in Northern Virginia, but we have this online, system that we can talk via Zoom and other, medias that we can help people.
And that leads me into your spaces. I was about to say that leads me into your Instagram, you guys, because most people in the housing business, especially in the localized housing business, do not have a Instagram like yours, where you have really invested into it. You can tell you put time and traction and energy into it, obviously. And you've now built a big distribution point for yourself, because it's like Architecture Digest, if you look at it. Architecture Digest was one of my favorite magazines growing up as a kid. Do you remember that, Kevin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the best, right? Exactly. You open those, beautiful. And I feel like now Instagram is that, but you guys have captivated that in your Instagram. What was the point where you realized we need to hop on Instagram?
Everybody has an Instagram. I mean, what is the point? Everybody, ask everybody almost.
I know. Well, it's crazy though.
The newest thing, the big thing. I mean, there's so
many in this industry, in your industry, that haven't hopped on Instagram, whether it's furniture, homemakers, blinds makers.
Our industry, still majority of companies are a little bit more old school. And it comes a little bit of more old school, and they are handling it like 20 years ago.
Right.
I mean, they're getting into it when they see other companies like us. We use this and we're moving forward. You grow faster, not
right.
They're trying to change, but it's hard,
The money's been too good. The money's been too good for too long for them that they don't have to change.
Exactly. They are in their comfort zone, but eventually they have to get out of that,
They want to be Sears, man. You don't want to be Sears or Blockbuster or, the next company we see today that could be disrupted by the next competitor. That's the truth. What you guys have built is that distribution. When you have 246,000 Instagram followers, you can distribute content relatively free now. I mean, relatively free. The hard work's been put in, but now you can distribute the content relatively free. Now the algorithms do change, as we know, boys. I've been in this business for so many years. 256,000 Instagram followers 10 years ago was way different. You were hitting the head, but it's still incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible, because most people, even national brands in your industry, do not have a distribution point like that. So really treasured moment to capitalize on it. What's the next for that? I think Instagram is really feeding Reels. Are you guys testing Reels right now? Are you guys testing the video side of the IG stuff?
Yeah, we do. If you check on our Instagram, we have lots of Reels. We are on TikTok.
Nice.
We are on the Pinterest. We are on the Facebook, Twitter. We are on all platforms and very active. YouTube Short, YouTube.
That's awesome.
Okay, we are super active on all platforms. And we do have lots of followers from all over the world and United States. We do have another website. It's called Design Universal, and you know what I mean. You can go there, and that's we have a consultation there. If someone wants, they can go and fill up the form. We do the half an hour consultation with them. We gave them all the details for the remodeling and design that they want, and if they want, even we can do the design for them for the space.
I was about to say that's a got to be a next big thing for you guys, is what can you also do beyond building in your capacity and area to maximize on this huge following that you have. I think anyone that has a big following is constantly thinking about that. Like, what's next? What can we do? How can we leverage this? Who wants to work with me? A lot. And what we do in our business, and as a social media agency, when we work with brands, like we'll work with like Yosemite, the Yosemite Park, and we'll bring in brands that want to work with them to give away free product. Or back in the day, it was like 5 or 6, 7 years ago, influencer marketing. When it was first getting started, where you're getting an influencer talking about it, a backpacker, a hiker, a climber, someone that likes to be up there that has a following, to where these products and brands from maybe Martmont or one of these brands that basically is an outdoor company, and that's the things that you guys could possibly do too, is, obviously capitalize and monetize in the appropriate way that it makes sense, because that's another big thing from when you build such a big following. Hey, now it's an opportunity to monetize with similar brands and with similar partners and players. That's just another thing that's always coming to the table now with clients as they build something. They want to figure out what's next. What more can we do with this? And obviously monetization of money that's how Kim Kardashian is making $250,000, $1 million a post. It's money. It's real money. It's like building a house right there with one post. Boom, baby, let's go do another post. Let's just be real. I mean, we even do the same thing in the podcast industry, so everybody's trying to figure out that once you built the following, once you find, build the traction, get the people that are daily listening, what can you do next? Not obviously to build value to them, to the end user, but how can you obviously leverage this? And I just commend you guys a lot, because I know it had to take a lot of work too, because I know it's not easy. And the effort is now obviously the fruits are, it's hard as heck to build that kind of following. You know what I mean? So the effort was you put it in, and now you got it. Now you got it, boys. What are the challenges people are having right now? What are some of the challenges you guys are having?
I mean, as far as executing the project,
well, just in business, because I know like out here in California, the big thing our customers are having a challenge is getting people to come work for them. Come show up and work.
Yeah, of course there is, as it is a supply chain issue from product to labor, quality labor, of course.
Right.
There's a little bit of a shortage, but we're still working with people that we know for a long time, and we're fine right now. We're good, but I know in the industry there is a shortage of labor.
Everything has to get pushed back. Yeah, all your timelines kind of have to get pushed back further if you're building a new house or you're doing whatever.
We got to jump through the hoops sometimes and just try to shuffle and get things done, and but we are managing it pretty well. I mean, we have done this for a long time. We are okay so far, but there are challenges. There is always challenges, no matter what. In the good time, bad time.
Right.
In this industry, is not easy, but so far we have overcome.
That's awesome, man. You guys have built an incredible business for you guys yourself. And like I said, I think the cool thing about yours is that you don't only have like kind of the brick and mortar foundational, out there just crushing it in Virginia, but you also have the whole online, you have the whole globe. It can only scale from there. And obviously many opportunities, whether that's brandscaping, partnerships, paid opportunities, so many things you could do. And obviously courses and driving traction to like did you say Design Universal, for instance, driving people to the opportunities, right?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I told you Design Universal is Design Nationwide.
Design Nationwide. Okay.
Nationwide.com. I want to
Design Nationwide. I'll make sure we put that in the show notes too, guys. So just hit the show notes button. We'll make sure that's in the show notes for you guys. Make it easy on y'all.
Sure.
Because we don't usually always have dual guests, but we usually run through these and we'll just kind of have fun with you guys. We're going to take you into our top 10, guys. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, we're going to go because this one might be different. You guys might both have different answers. Apple or Android?
Android.
There we go. Netflix. Yeah. Absolutely. Netflix or YouTube? We have a couple co-guests on, but I like to ask these questions still.
YouTube.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Let's go. It's been the bread and butter, baby. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Let's go, my guys. I like the lineup right now. Laptop or smartphone?
A smartphone.
Laptop.
Smartphone. There we go. Spotify or Pandora?
Spotify.
Content is so deep on Spotify. Movies or video games?
Movies.
Yeah, let's go. Take me away. Okay, couple last questions. Reading books or listening to books?
Listening to books.
Too productive. Do you guys use Audible?
Yes.
Nice.
I use it.
Nice. You guys use the 2x speed? I remember we had Tom Billy on. He said, I do 4x speed. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't do that. I got to listen to like 1.5x only. That's about it. If you guys are thinking about investing the money outside the business, stocks or real estate, which one do you think?
Real estate.
Real estate.
Real estate, baby. Let's go. Yeah. And for vacations, oceans or lakes?
Depends on the ocean.
There we go.
Nice ocean. Maldives, yes, Maldives.
The Maldives. I like it. I like it. We're going out on a PJ. We're going out to the Maldives on a private jet, baby.
Oceans.
Yeah, oceans are by far, huh? Nothing like the recurring waves too. There's like something crazy about like how the waves keep coming and just the rhythm of the world and things like that. When you guys are waking up for your day, why do you guys love being? Why do you guys love working hard, inspiring, building, designing? I like the business's tagline. Let's design, do it, love it.
Well, yeah, we are inspired. You know, we get up to go and create, make something new, and we enjoy it. We get excited about it.
I used to always want to be an architect as a kid. That's why I was telling you, Architect Digest. And then I actually did 3 years of architects in high school, and I realized how much work and math and stuff. And I realized, hey, this is not the fun, like kind of advertising, marketing mind that I had. I was like, this is a lot more like different than I expected. There's a lot of like revisions. And obviously back in the day, this is 1999, earlier, 1995. It was the early age of CAD, and the things weren't very, very early. I mean, a lot of stuff we were still actually hand drawing most of the stuff. I was like, oh my God. Now I'm sure it's completely different with revisions and edits and things like that, with having the CAD design and things like that. But there's a lot of work beyond just the visions and beauty of the work. It's actually a lot of work. And then on the end result, there's got to be a lot of work like organizing and getting people to get on time and getting projects done and working with contractors. I can only imagine that that's got to be a challenge too for the business to be where it's at. You know, you have to have that, like you said, those relationships. And the biggest thing probably is you get to see the end result in someone's, like in your job. You like start with this. We had this vision. We set it up. You guys paid me. We or whatever, however the transaction happened. We signed a contract, and this is the house, and you're living in it. You know, that's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah. Would you guys ever do like commercial stuff too, or just only like residential stuff? All different types of?
We do have a license for commercial. We done some commercial work too, but you know, right now we are super busy with residential.
Yeah.
This is the reason that we didn't go there, but we do have license for it.
Yeah. Well, what you guys built like online and everything, I think you stay focused on your hardcore, you know, with the house. But if those opportunities ever happen, you just say, hey, let's go. You know, you've already got it figured out. Let's go. Let's build a building, baby. Let's build a those are the buildings I always like really trip out about, where it was just a piece of land, and now all of a sudden you have a Starbucks that's serving customers 24 hours a day, or all of a sudden you have a gas station, and it's like, wow, that was just a piece of land a year ago, and now someone's making some real money on this thing. You know, I mean, obviously not year one, but it's an incredible thing, even just having land too in this country, because at some point it turns into a Target, or at some point it turns into a housing development or something, and someone's going to be cashing out, baby. So the land investment's an interesting one. A lot of times people get hard about that one because there's not a lot of financing around that, the land investment, as much as some of the other stuff. So I think people that want to scale and do all these kind of things with leveraging, it's hard to do in that business. But man, I was always shocked with that, because the end result is you build something and then someone gets to enjoy it, whatever that is. But the house is your home, you know? So you guys built something that someone gets to enjoy every day. And a lot of times they were in it before, but now they're in it in a whole different way because it's remodeled. It's a whole new light, you know? Do you think you'll ever retire from this game of home design, development, building?
Not completely. You can retire from this. I mean, but you might, kind of change and
slow down.
Yeah, slow down, or we get into building ourselves. It depends. Long term, but we gotta stay in this. This is what we are good at. When we listen to people, we hear they appreciate really what we do for them. They get excited, and
right.
And why not?
Why not? Why not? In this life, why not keep going? Keep the mind right. Keep the synapses going. Keep the challenges in your mind, and It
I'm
can only
not good
help
at
you.
fixing cars. I cannot go become a mechanic right now. That's
Right. Absolutely. Or how many days are you going to go play on the golf course or get massages or go, sit and watch movies or something? Like how many days are you going to need to do that? That's what retirement's like. Maybe just enjoy a little bit of that today and still be an entrepreneur. I think the hardest part is as your business grows, the greatest CEOs figure out how to find people that, take out those tasks that they're not as good at and they fill the right people on them. They get the accountant, they get the lawyer, get the, operations, and they get the, and then all of a sudden they're not having to work as much. But by choice, a lot of them work still a lot. But if they wanted to go less, it's because they got the team, they got the squad ready. And it's usually not overnight. Usually that does happen over time. You've figured out the right relationships. And after interviewing almost 425 guests that build different types of businesses, all different types, that seems like the one thing that they all have in common. The greatest ones figure out, okay, I got this thing that's been bothering me, that's slowing me down. Let's find someone that's great at it, put them in their place. And that alleviates me. And I still honestly challenge myself with it all the time because I am much more of like a pop entrepreneur, lifestyle entrepreneur. And I'm just so impressed with obviously Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk that still actually Elon works a lot of hours, and he maybe he doesn't have to, but or maybe he does have to because he's got a lot of things going on. But the point is, he's just obviously delegated a great business too, because he wouldn't have Tesla or SpaceX or anything without delegating. But still keeping your mind into it. Do you guys have a routine on starting your day, Ali and Kevin? Do you guys have a routine?
Usually not the routine that I'm telling you at 5:00 I'm going and do swimming after that. No, it's not like that. But usually I wake up at 6:30 to 7 and I start working from then. And after that, in 2 hours after that, I have my breakfast, and the rest of the day is going to be after that. My starting point is first 1.5 hour of morning. I'm sitting on back of computer and only concentrate on the work.
Nice.
After that, everything going to be based on the schedule and this stuff.
I love that. What about you, Kevin?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, from 6:37 a.m., starting, contact our guys, start very early, being in touch with project managers and, the crews and that after that, it goes by our calendar. We have a preset calendar. We've got to follow that schedule.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things has to be organized. It could change. Some days is mostly, it could be contacting the vendors. Some days could be ordering. Something will be talking to clients. It varies, it depends day to day, but
you protect that morning time for you, Ali, to work on your visions, to work on your priorities, and for you, Kevin, to get things organized, to make sure, hey, is the team out there? Are people on the jobs? Or
I'm dealing more directly out there, with the teams and clients and all that, project managers and
absolutely.
all that.
Nice. Well, that's great. That's a great piece of your business. And you guys both have that someone to fill the gaps of the, you couldn't do it all. You couldn't do all that, right? You couldn't do every single, there's no way you wouldn't be sleeping. You wouldn't be sleeping. You wouldn't be the same man you are if you didn't have my man Ali.
You better see things Ali does on Instagram. I mean, they're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You see
absolutely.
the posts and reels that Ali does.
Absolutely.
They are amazing.
Yeah, bro, you're crushing it, dude. You're learning and growing, and you've built something, like I said, incredible for yourself, especially in this industry, which housing and real estate and all that, they're all right, but they tend to not really be at the level that you're doing it at, obviously. And that just means you put a lot of time and effort into it, and you've learned the craft. And so commend you, my man, for keep going, baby. Keep going, baby. Couple more last questions, my dudes, before we roll is, do you have a favorite app or tool in the business that helps you guys stay productive, or just you enjoy using?
Ali, you have a favorite?
The app, honestly, the CRM app, that we have we make it very customized. That CRM app, sending the email automatically, follow up with the customers, you know what I mean, and they make the different category for each customer, from the customer leads to potential to the customer to the client that signed the contract, and is going to the project manager side, and we're going to do the project management side. We're going to do it's all connected to each other. It's a big CRM with lots of different apps in it. It's not only
they're all connected. They're all connected. That's the coolest thing now about all these different apps. They connect to each other. They talk to each other, folks. And it's a beautiful thing because data. What about you, Kevin? What other do you have an app that you like using, or a tool, or just anything you enjoy using on your phone?
Well, no, it's the same thing we use, it's the same app as that we have this, from project management, accounting,
right?
Even our contract signature, everything is digital. It's all linked to this app, and it has different kind of department sections, but they're all connected together, and that's good. It's all linked. That's why
that's the new world we live in. Is it like this?
Our bread and butter. I mean, we live by that.
Yeah. The data all talks to each other and it updates, like this app updates this app, and then this triggers this, and then that goes out to this person. And it's an interesting world. And there's a lot of time, folks, spent in setting up those flows, setting up kind of the system. But once you get it set up and once you learn and work at it, it's not that hard. People forget these tools are not that hard. And then a lot of times business owners forget that we're in 2022 and they've never even used a CRM.
I gotta mention the other app we like is Microsoft Notes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely.
The OneNote that we use a lot for preliminary, the taking information and noting down when we start projects before we get it all together,
I love that.
Because it goes on a cloud, you can have access from anywhere, you never lose information because we don't write anything on any piece of paper. Everything, our company is all digital, fully digital.
Back in the day, you'd have a whole storage locker full of documents and plans and stuff that you don't even have to pay for now. You got it in the cloud, baby. It is incredible when you think about, and also if we're talking about for good for the environment, that has to be some good for the environment. We're not printing as much. We're not throwing away paper, blah, 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 cutting down trees just to print, just to throw it away, which has to happen back in the day. And now real estate has moved everything, cars, everything is moved digital. Like when you sign car leases now or whatever, there ain't the big stack of paperwork you have to have. It's all digital. It's all right there. Most of them have moved digital, especially after the 19. A lot of them were pushed that way. They were pushed to do online transactions. And if you want to get your car service, we'll come to you and pick your car up or whatever is convenient for you. Because Carvana and all these car companies had to be basically pushed to go online, where they're selling cars online, and I think everything at some point transitions that way. I think that's why you guys are in the lead too, because you guys have also have this huge distribution with IG. And when building changes, when things change, you don't know if it's today, in 10 years, in 5 years, you already got this huge inherent platform to talk about it, to embrace. And I know you guys are not afraid of the future. So whatever that looks like, we don't know what the future is going to be in building. Right now, they're building these houses. They're like all concrete 3D printed houses. Like the whole thing's 3D printed, right? Like no building, like just it comes to you at the whole house and boom, here you go, baby. Like who knows in 10 years how far that goes. It's really interesting. But like I said, I love business owners that are doing something unique, but that also have put time in a platform like you guys have in social media, because it is going to separate you guys continually. I think you guys have opportunities to speak in public. I think you have opportunities, Ali, to show others what you're doing with your reels and what you're doing in the background, and teach other real estate professionals about how to do that, because so many of them need to do that, whether it's open houses or anything. There's just so much different things in real estate that it just takes a little bit of time to learn, I think, and obviously expertise and maybe vision. Some of those things play. Maybe we can't just completely copy my man's brain, but you can teach people, Ali. So I think that's another piece to you guys' business as well. Consulting hourly. I know it might not even be in your timescape, but when you build a big following like that, people are willing to pay for that, and your expertise is valuable. So I commend you guys both on what you have built, an incredible business. Can you please give our website listeners a website that we can send them to? I think I know what it is. It's eahomedesign.com. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then the other one is designnationwide.com.
Correct.
Bang, bang. We got the double up. Please, folks, check them out. Especially if you're obviously looking for inspiration, design, go check out their Instagram, go check out their website, see what they're doing. If you're in the Virginia area, obviously you've already probably heard about these guys in the area, and obviously take advantage of that. But most importantly, because this podcast does touch people all over, check out the IG, check out what you guys are doing for inspiration about how businesses can take their business from a localized geographically business to a nationwide. I mean, you guys are nationwide now, all over. You guys have a bigger following than probably some magazines that have been in the business for a long time. Did you guys know that? We'll have to go look it up. I'm gonna go look it up today. I'm gonna have the team look it up. There's probably home design businesses that have been out there for a long time. You guys have a bigger following than, and they've been in the distribution business for a lot longer than you.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? You guys flip the switch on it, baby. Let's go. EA design to the moon. Well, Kevin, Ali, I really appreciate your time, your energy, your passion. I can tell, obviously, you guys are crushing it. I'll always continue to wish lots of success to my guests. Continue success, continue good vibes, keep doing amazing reels, Ali. My dude Kevin's organizing the team, and he's got the pipeline going. But I really appreciate you guys very much for coming on the show today. Folks, you've been hanging out with Mr. Kevin and Ali from EA Home Design and Travis, Too Tall and Huff. We want to thank you again for your time today, and let's keep being real.
What another epic episode. And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. And also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening today. We're all going through a lot right now. And Real-Time Outsource, my business, is giving back to local and small businesses. Through our social media services and campaigns, we are actually helping small businesses get more exposure during these times, and also when we get through these times. At the end of the day, we don't know how long this is all going to last, but most importantly, you got to think about your business right now and take it seriously. So come check us out at realtimeoutsource.com, and we would love for you to qualify and get the process started where we can take a look at your business and see if we can qualify you for some of our services. At little to no cost for most of the businesses, and some businesses, you're going to have to pay, but that's just part of life, right? But most importantly is that I think this is the time, folks, that you can actually help thrive in your business. And so I would love to help you personally with our team. We're all going through a tough time right now. So take advantage of us. realtimeoutsource.com. Check us out. And we would love to do some business with you and help you with your social and digital media in 2020 and beyond.